welcome to the very first episode, introduction, debut of Purpose Driven Sports Basketball League's podcast called PDS Talk. We're basketball at its finest up in Norcross, Georgia, just north of the city of Atlanta. For everybody who knows, this has been one of the best leagues in Atlanta for a long time, and we're just continuing to grow, continuing to bring just creativity and innovation to the way that we do our basketball leagues as much as possible. And we're always looking to push the envelope. We've been at it for 12 years now, from the ground up. Some of the best basketball players from all over the city, all over the world. We got players that play overseas, college level. Couple have been in the NBA. So you name it, the talent, the competition is always high at PDS basketball. It was important to me, it's always been important to me to do video. And in doing video, I tried to do it myself with a stationary camera years ago, and didn't get the feel I wanted. I tried to bring in a guy to just help, just random people to help, and still couldn't capture that feel. And I feel like God put me in a position to do this league, to give guys the opportunity to expose their talent and compete, but also be around people in the same circles, to be able to network and grow and support each other, being in just the same circles and walks of life. So I had to get away to do video, and the way that God led me to do the video to where we could get the feel that I wanted was through a partner uh, that goes by Philly, and that's the video guy, my boy Dave. And I want to bring Dave in, the guy that makes all this happen.
Yo, what's up? What's up, Ken? What's going on, Ken? Hey, you better be lucky I'm not by my mixer, because therefore I'll have to introduce myself in by the DJ air horn. The bam, 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 bam. But yeah, what's going on, everybody? My name is Dave. People call me Philly on the basketball court. I'm the founder and CEO and chief videographer slash engineer for TOV Sports. Ken and I have been doing business as far as like collaborations and productions as far as for video for the game, for video of his games for the past several years, and we finally just made it official prior to this season 32 season, where we're officially partners now. So so I bring in the media, all the mic'd up sessions. I, along with TOV Sports, is producing this video podcast, PDS Talk podcast, and I'm looking forward to this journey. So Ken is a good dude. I'm looking forward to the future.
Man, it's been a journey, man. You said it best right there. But we got so much that we want to just bring light to, and just our area, our realm of basketball. So, and we want to put a great quality to it, and just a great creativity to it, and that's what we're going to work hard to do. So, guys, we look forward to you guys supporting us. Getting the content out there. As far as the players, we want to feature them in the best ways possible. Like he mentioned, the mic'd in features of having a guy actually playing in the game, mic'd up. And if you go to pdsbballtv.com, it's www.pdsbballtv.com, takes you to the Yahoo page where you can see some of those mic'd up segments, and they were very entertaining. So check those out. And today we're going to have some guests, some of the captains from this season number 32, talk about the playoffs and what's ahead. We got some of the originals, some of my OGs that supported to get me off the ground, and have always been there and been around to help keep it strong. We got some of those guys that are going to come on, and we're going to continue to push the envelope going forward. Stay tuned and always keep up at pdsbball.com for the stats, news, standings, everything going on in the league, for all the entertainment, media, videos, and all the creative features that we do online from TikTok to everything. It's PDS B-Ball TV. So you have PDS B-Ball, stats, information, and everything, and then PDS B-Ball TV, which is the YouTube that has all the video content. Stay tuned. Let's go. All right, so now we're going to talk about one of the most exciting part of any league is playoff time. All the action, all the sweat, all the work comes down to this time of the year, this time of the season, should I say. And we're going to start with the first place team, no handouts, and their captain, Shaq. They've been in the league just a couple seasons, so they still relatively new, but they know what the competition's all about. They've had 2 great seasons that finished very high, but did not, accomplish what they wanted in the playoffs. And now they came back fully loaded this season, and the only undefeated team this season in the regular season. So now we will see what they can do with that momentum going into the playoffs. I'm going to bring in the captain, Shaq, here. Shaq, let us know how it feels to be undefeated and what you think about the playoff situation for you guys.
It's a better season this year, more competition. I think this year is going to be a little better for us in each other game, and it should be a way better game and way better playoffs for us.
What do you think about your upgrades and your new guys that you brought in? Particularly Jazz and what's the other guy, Brandon? The extra size you guys added, and what was that like?
Yeah, I think Jazz and Brandon helped us out a lot because last 2 seasons, we kind of got rebounded a lot, and so those guys give us a size to where we can, we don't have to play zone. We can kind of match up with anybody, and they also mismatches because Jazz, he can put the ball on the floor, he can shoot the 3 ball, so he still spread the floor for us. He's not just Brandon. They both played, college basketball, so they both have experience and they both have IQ. They are good additions to the team.
And then you got I guess it's co-captain Chris. We got to shout out Chris. He's been real steady as always this season, putting up decent numbers as well. And then yourself, of course. How do you think you guys as a whole have a chance to get the ring this year?
Played together in college. We know each other's game in and out. I think this year we're more locked in, more focused. We finally got a group of guys that everybody just, hard knows. Like everybody knows, like when we locked in, we can switch 1 through 5. I feel comfortable switching with everybody. Whereas last year we couldn't switch every position. So I mean, that helps us a lot.
So one of the things I mentioned a minute ago was the so-called hurdle you guys had to get over with Team Graham. You guys know them very well. Y'all played pickup. You guys had lost to them every matchup in the PDS league until this season. What did that feel like to get that victory? And what do you want to say about Team Graham?
Hey, I mean, they're a good group of guys. We play almost every day. We take that game like a championship game. It's a championship game every time we play them. It felt amazing to get that win over them. Shouts out to them beating us the other 2 times. But this time, we got our lick back and we was able to, and I look forward to it.
So your first round matchup is is going to be Goodfellas. We're going to talk with their captain in just a second. We still got him, Cleve, and the moves that they made this season, putting their team together. But you guys had a tough matchup with Goodfellas as well just a couple weeks ago, or a few weeks ago before the break. What do you remember about that game, and what do you think will be different this time around?
I mean, Goodfellas is a good team. They combined two teams from last year and took all the best players to make a great team.
Mm-hmm.
I think last time we played them, we started off kind of slow. I think this time we're gonna push the tempo. We're not gonna let them get comfortable. We're gonna have all our guys ready to go, and it should be a good game.
Mm-hmm.
I look forward to it.
All right, Shaq. Pleasure having you on the show, man. Look forward to the playoff action, man. Best of luck. Let's see if we can get Cleve in here to chime in on that matchup coming up with you guys. To get all the action from stats to standings, news, and information, go to pdsbball.com for videos, features, and all the creative stuff that we're doing on YouTube, Twitter, TikTok. Go to pdsbballtv.com. So pdsbball.com is the website, and then pdsbballtv.com is the YouTube channel that has all the video content. Right now, I'm gonna go to my right-hand man, long time helping being a important, vital part of PDS basketball, keeping it running. My vice president, right-hand man, can of spam, Cleve. Welcome to the show, man.
I appreciate you for having me. Appreciate you for having me.
So Cleve is via phone right now. So Cleve, man, just talk a little bit about what it's been like on this journey of helping build PDS, and what do you see ahead?
So it's definitely been a long journey. Just seeing the whole league grow. When we started, when I first moved down here, and I started out with you. It was, real small, something, everybody can come out and just play a little bit. And then as we started building, more teams wanted to join, started keeping stats and creating the website, and it's just flourished into so much more than that. And I'm definitely glad that I've been able to be a part of it during that time frame.
No doubt, no doubt. So what do you look forward to with the playoffs coming up? And you this season is not like you don't have the original Slaughterhouse team that you usually head up and the captain of, but you guys combined Slaughterhouse with another championship level team with KOK. Combined, you guys have like 8 championships, I think, between the two of you teams, and y'all decided to combine this season. So, what has that been like, and what chances do you think you guys have of pulling it all off this season?
Yeah, so it's definitely been a interesting combination. Um, we're still developing that chemistry. Getting a whole new group of people to join and play together. So we're still working out those kinks, but I mean we have all the talent in the world, and all we need is to continue to play together, and we'll be fine. We'll be fine. I think our chances are good. When everybody shows up and everybody's able to continue to build that camaraderie and find out each other's tendencies and things like that, I think we still have a good chance.
I agree. It's all about chemistry. With the competition the way it is up there, especially how it gets so intense in the playoffs, y'all got to be like A1 when it comes to knowing each other and just being sharp at the most critical time of the season. So,
Absolutely. Absolutely. And the playoffs, that's the second season. So,
Right.
you gotta definitely get ready and be prepared to come with that intensity. So, I'm definitely looking forward to it, seeing what we bring to the table. Um, like with it being a new team, we had our ups and downs. So I'm glad we were able to make it to the second season. So, we'll just see how it goes and continue to build from there.
Absolutely, absolutely. One last thing. What do you being a partner and vice president of the league, what do you um want to continue to help me do it? What do you want to see the league do next?
With the league, I definitely want to see some sponsorships come in because I think with PDS basketball league, I think it's one of the better leagues out there, and I think it definitely needs to be known. Um, I get more eyes on it. Um, Continue to make sure the negative stays out, and because it's definitely a brotherhood, and I like that. So definitely want to continue to see it build, continue to see it grow. Um, the more teams that we can get to come in, some new folks, so they can see what's going on. I think it'll definitely bring more light to the league itself.
Absolutely. Hey, I can't argue with that at all. I'm right there with you, brother. So best of luck in the playoffs this weekend, and always a pleasure. And I'm sure, without being said, you'll be around on the show plenty. I'm pretty sure.
Absolutely, I appreciate you for having me.
All right, man. We'll move to the 4-5 matchup, which is going to be very intriguing. We got the Swiss Gods, who are going to be taking on the Hornets. It's going to be very, very intriguing in a lot of ways because we got two teams that could have very easily been a little bit higher in the seeds, but had impressive seasons. Swiss Guys a very new team, and I got on the line Keontae, point guard, sniper, um, happened to break our 3-point record, and I mean kind of shattered it a little bit. But we're gonna let him share some thoughts on that game and they playoff chances and what he thinks about the league being their first season. So take it away, Keontae.
Okay, okay. I can say about record. I mean, sometimes you have good days, sometimes you don't. But I mean, that, you know, I was hot. When you hot, it don't stop sometimes, especially you a shooter. I'm already short, so I was just a little spot up shooter. That's all I was. And score. But yeah, that game,
So
I just,
so you also may very well be in the MVP talk, just a little wink wink there, but you're putting out some pretty good numbers. Um you also shooting the league leading 61% from three. You've hit the most threes, just one more than Mike from Graham. You've hit 33 to his 32.
okay,
Um,
okay.
but very, very impressive. Over 20 points a game. And like I
Mm.
said, 61% from three. That's awesome, man. And it's your first season. You just got comfortable quick, huh?
Hey, man, once you adjust, man, once you a shooter, always a shooter, man. It's in me, man. It's all.
I hear that, man. So what do you think about y'all playoff chances? What do you think Swiss guys could do in the playoff
I
action?
mean, the way we play, I got another shooter on my team. If everybody, having the chemistry going good and all of us doing good together as a group, a good chance going to the championship. We play together. Everybody play their role. Pretty good chance.
Hey, that's what it's all about. You gotta be together. I think y'all got a lot of chemistry playing in some other leagues. So in that particular, 3-point showcase game y'all had, y'all just ended that 100-49. 42 against those guys. Do you see any kind of scenario of that playing out in the playoffs? Do you think, the top teams left are going to, allow you guys to get off like that? Or you think it's going to be very, very tough?
I mean, it's the playoffs, man. You can expect anything. Anything can happen. If our chemistry good and we playing as a good team together, and everybody playing their role, team like that. But I ain't saying that we gonna do it. That's just like a 50-50 chance. Never know what might happen that day.
I hear that, man.
When that game happen, or when we come in good and come off hot, like hot off the jump game like that, and, but we always defense win games, so
Hey, when you can shoot, you always got a shot. You know what I'm saying? You always got a puncher's chance when that three ball is in your favor. So I hear you, man. Best of luck, Keontae. You see what you guys could do in the playoffs. Okay, so the captain right here of Swiss guys, Deshaun Grant. Like, what is it like having those snipers like Keontae on the team? We were just talking about him breaking the record with the 3-point shooting, and that big blowout game you guys had. Just getting into the league. What do you think the action is going to be like in the playoffs and y'all chances?
We got a chance to win the championship. Every game, the games we lost because we was always missing. We have the full team. We got a great chance to win the championship. From top to the bottom to take me to the championship. Mm-hmm.
All right. So anything else? Anything else you got to say to the rest of the teams and the rest of the league or whatever?
Run zone on us.
Well, pleasure having you on, Deshaun, man. We're looking to doing more of this, and want to have you guys back on as well. Best of luck in the playoffs.
All right, thanks.
All right, man. And talking about the 2-7 matchup with Graham versus the Aristocrats, I got longtime friend of the league, partner of the league at times, strong supporter of the league. Q stands for Quincy. For those you don't know him other than Q, it's Quincy. We'll bring him in. He's going to talk about the Aristocrats' chances, talk about what it's like to be in the mix to win it all, as opposed to on the outside looking in, and also just going forward. So let's talk, Q.
Well, definitely proud and great to be in the position that we are right now. We have had in the past was, just having a consistent team, having consistent players, having who want to come in, play hard, play smart, play efficient, play together, get a ring. So it's pretty much been. Let me see. So it has been almost 8 years in the making, off and on. Basically, right now, this team right here feels real good. Everybody has a real good staying up. We staying very, very optimistic amongst each other. Real good teammates, high energy players. We got some players who do their job very, very well. As you see right there, shoots very well. We have a high energy gentleman, Mr. John. He goes out, gets rebounds. He hustles hard, plays defense. Pretty beat that. We have another young man named Corey. He's right there to the far of the screen. He plays extremely well also. Up and down. Yeah. He's a slasher. He's a true slasher.
Yeah. That's what I'm slasher like that. Speaking of Corey, Corey is just a ball of lightning when he gets downhill.
Yes.
He's one of the hardest guys to stop or even slow down once he's downhill coming full speed.
Yes.
Corey's a handful. Definitely a good one of your best additions this season. Having Dev back has been really really big for you guys, steadying you guys at that point guard spot. And it's really opened up Clip's game having those two guys right there.
Yes.
So, yeah, hoping you guys can really give Graham a handful this first round, and you see the possibility of upset in the loom in that matchup.
Well, yeah, that's the goal. I mean, we definitely want to go out there and compete, and we definitely want to go out there to win. So, I mean, we'll be doubting ourselves. So that's our goal, is to go out here, give it our best, and come out with a one win per Sunday at a time. So that's the plan. That's before it's a very competitive league, very competitive league, and we're there and put our name in history when it comes to purpose-driven sports. So
Hey, I hear that, man. Well, what else do you want to say as far as how the season went? What are you looking forward to as far as the play? Not just the playoffs, but beyond the playoffs. Like, you got plans. If things don't come to fruition this season, what would be the approach going into next season with the jump that y'all made this season being so good? What do you think is the next step for you guys?
oh boy, well, the next step is playing smart in the last 5 minutes of the game. Just playing smarter at crucial points of the game. Just pretty much being able to understand, that we can control the game, internally. So just knowing what to say, knowing what to do, making a smart decision day in and day out. Not skills is cliche, but not having any brain farts. I think once once we understand that, which we do now, that's from the very tip off, and then to the very last, playing smart the whole game. That's our agenda: play hard and smart the whole. Continue to make sure that manifests into our next season as well, because we're coming back. The only way we're not coming back is we get a ring. That's the only way we're not coming back. That's the only.
Say that again.
The only way we're not coming back is if we get a ring. Excuse me, is when we get the ring. We're not coming back is when we get the ring. We want the hardware. That's what we want.
I hear that, man. I hear that. Well, Q, pleasure having you on the show. Look forward to hopefully doing many more of these. I'm new to this, so hopefully I'll get, better and better. Everybody who tunes into the show, please like and subscribe, share this in the comments. Let me know about your suggestions, how I could be better, how this could be better. It's what it's all about. So, again, Q, pleasure having you on the show, man. Always gonna probably be back every show, probably. So, best of luck in the playoffs this Sunday, man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you tremendously. Looking forward to it. Okay.
So now we'll break down the season 32 playoffs here at PDS Basketball League. Start with no handouts, only undefeated team this season. Very impressive. Number 2 team is Graham. Number 3 is STA. Number 4, the Hornets. Number 5, Switch Guards. Number 6, Purpose. Number 7, Aristocrats. And the number 8 seed was Goodfellas. Just going depth a little bit. Like I said, no handouts. We'll talk to their captain Shaq. Um, and them finishing undefeated was very impressive, considering that they've been in the league a couple times, and they've been top three the last couple seasons. But this season they came and they reloaded with some more size to their guys and a couple more pieces, and they really just they really overcame some of their deficiencies from the seasons before. And they played some really good ball this season. So no handouts. It's got the biggest target on their back, being undefeated. So they will play against Goodfellas at number 8, which is a surprise because Goodfellas is a combination of Slaughterhouse and KOK, and they have like 8 championships between the two of those teams. So that's a lot of championship experience, a lot of veteran guys that play the game at high levels. A lot of talent on those two teams. So that's going to be a very competitive 1-8 matchup. I think they had a game in the regular season a few weeks ago that went down to the wire. So I'm expecting nothing less than that. So looking forward to that 1-8 matchup. The 2-7 matchup is Graham versus Aristocrats. Graham looking to become only the second team in the history of the league to win. No, I'm sorry. Only one of 3 teams to three-peat, I believe it is. So I think they're going for their 3rd straight title. And they're starting number 2, and they're taking on Aristocrats, who uh, have made the playoffs in back-to-back seasons, but prior to that had a lot of struggles getting into the postseason. So they're going to be very, very hungry and looking to prove themselves against the defending champion. So, and they really kind of reloaded themselves. They got a couple of guys that add some athleticism and energy and speed to that team. So that's not a typical 2-7 matchup either. So looking for that one. A lot of competition in the playoffs. So number 3, STA taking on Purpose. My team, and we defeated those guys in the first week of the season. That was their first game, being that STA is a new team. So it's going to be interesting to see if they get their get back or if we'll be just a little bit too strong for them this time around. So another good, strong game there. And then you got the 4-5 matchup with STA's victory over the Hornets in the last regular season week. That pushed them ahead to number 3. And that pushed Hornets down to number 4. And they end up playing Switch Gods at number 5. So that's going to be a very competitive game as well. So every game in this first round is going to be strong. I can't see, I can't call any team getting blowed out, but it's basketball. And that's one of the things we love about it. Anything can happen. Anybody can get a hot hand. Somebody might not show up. A matchup might get exploited. You never know. So gotta love the sport of basketball, and I'm just looking forward to the action. So tune in. You'll catch the highlights afterwards on PDS bballtv.com. That's PDS, stands for Purpose Driven Sports. PDS BBALLTV.com. It's a YouTube channel that shows you all the stuff from the season, all the clips, and other content we got. Interviews, guys mic'd up in game, a lot of funny content right there. Just a lot of stuff to watch. So subscribe and share that channel, pdsbballtv.com. Real quick, I want to take a second to get a different perspective on the action. I want to bring in a referee, good fellow, man, buddy of mine, Dion. He's been around the action for a long time, one of my better refs I've had. And just want to get his take, his perspective on the action, the players, and the league itself, being that he works in different leagues and different, spectrums of basketball around the city and all over the place. Let's see what he has to offer. Dion.
What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing?
What's good, man? What's good? So
Hey,
what can you share with us as far as just being a ref, I guess, starting off, and then being a ref in PDS basketball league?
um, what a lot of people don't understand about the profession is the most difficult jobs to do in the world, regardless of where you come from, the ball you played at. Refereeing basketball is a constant motion, things going on at once. And if you've ever been in a huge arena, it's even because you have the pressure from the crowd. When you're a more veteran official, things like that don't affect. That's the level that I desire to be at. So this is something that I constant basis. So I want to get to the D1 level. I want to get to the NBA level. So I take my credit when I come to PDS or any gym. It's not a day off for me. It's not a money grab. Passion for it because not only is it keeping me around the game, giving me so much that I didn't know I would get. I always tell people this, that it's of adversity or just conflict in general, I'm able to maneuver through situations with a level head. I never really get angry anymore. Certain stuff gets to me. You want to argue, you want to fight, but
Mm-hmm.
refereeing has logical. I'm a little bit more. I would say grateful that I've been blessed to be in. So I could go on about the benefits of doing this. It's just a passion of mine, and every day I try to do something to better myself. So PDS is where I can go and exercise and work out what I've been practicing on. So I definitely appreciate that.
Absolutely. I mean, I definitely commend you. I seen growth in your skill and your approach, and I think you could go at as high as you're trying to go. I think you have the right approach. You definitely put the work in, and I think sky's the limit. So, I mean, I wish you all the best with all your opportunities in doing so. Um,
Thank you.
so, how would you compare PDS to some other leagues out there in the city and just around? What would you say is different, or the vibe, our approach, or what would you say?
I would say, believe it or not, PDS is a little bit more organized leagues I've been around. I've done all Mexican leagues. I've done inner city to do some games. And the level of basketball is pretty good level, which I think is getting to. I know some guys that are itching to get into PDS signs of growth. But I would say that the level of competition, there's some guys I think could have a potential to play overseas if they really took the game. But if we could get the league on time every Sunday, it'd be perfect. Other than that, man, I don't have no complaints. Like I said, it's
Hey, that's
playground.
old, man. That's old. This season, I've been almost flawless with getting started at that great time, man.
Yeah, no, I don't have any complaints, man. It's a wonderful league. Like some players may take it personal when certain things happen in the game, but that comes with wearing the stripes. But the thing I always would learn the rules. That always makes you a better player. And then if you take that same aspect to learn the rules of your profession, learn the rules of the environment you want to be a part of, that makes I didn't always know the rules of the game when I was a player. So, and I say ignorant, we can have a educated conversation on the court, make it brief. But if you don't know what I'm talking at right there, so it's a lot of nuances in the game that you won't necessarily know. People think it's all about having a bag and having certain moves. That's all well and good, but if you want knowing the rules is that much more important. I always point to this instance that was so fascinating, and I guarantee 99% of people in the league don't know. So in the NBA, Did y'all know that if you get fouled in the middle of the court, that you want to take the ball out on? This actually happened to Chris Paul, and it's something I didn't know. The referee that was on that play didn't know the rule either. So, after the game, you have put in a post game report, and that referee, we all have reviews and stuff like that. That's small that even the official on the highest level didn't know. So bliss. Sometimes it can come back to bite you, and something as small as choosing which side of the court, that takes away, from your team's advantage. If you got mostly left-handed players or players to their left, that matters to them, and especially for somebody like Chris Paul, whose IQ is on. Saying,
yeah, that's crazy. Well, I definitely appreciate you taking your time, man, and chiming in. And get to some other callers and everything. Pleasure having you on, Dion. Looking forward to more of your work, man, helping us do what we do out there.
Thank you for having me on.
So now, introduce a longtime friend, former competitor in the league, always a help from score table to everything around the league. My boy T Bell. How you doing, T Bell? Welcome to the show.
I'm good. I'm good, man. Blessed, man. Good to join the chat.
All right, man. What's it been like from watching PDS from basically the ground up, man?
Actually, it's great to see it striving and progressing. Been with you ever since the Roswell days. So even like I think one of the first ones in Roswell for how many seasons? Probably about how many seasons did you do in Roswell?
We went 18, I believe, 18 seasons, 18 and a half. I think we did the playoffs of season 19 when we changed locations.
Yeah. So just seeing it from those days and leaving as starting with you on your squad to now semi-retired, I guess you could say. It's been a whirlwind. It's been nice. I'm glad that you've been able to have longevity in PDS, and it seems like it's even building above and beyond the vision you had, when we started. So it's been very eventful, man. It's good to have camaraderie with the guys and new guys coming in and old guys that's been there, and it's a family environment, family of brothers. So it's really a blessing to see you still going.
Definitely. I'm glad you said semi-retired. It's like your boy say in the movie.
So I can't do too much to them youngsters, but hey, I'm just trying to get myself back into ball shape. But hey, man, if I have to join the 50 league, then I'm still gonna do something. I'm not gonna just stop. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how it goes.
It's like Kyrie said in the Uncle Drew movie, man. You don't stop playing because you get old. You get old when you stop playing.
There you go. There you go. So, hey, we shall see. I'm trying to get ready to strap them up. I don't know how fast, but I'm gonna try to get this win together and get back there with you guys, man.
I hear that, man. Man, pleasure to have you, man. Always glad whenever you come around, man. Just so much help, man. So much fun to be around. I look forward to seeing you soon, man. As soon as you come back through. Pleasure to have you, man. Thanks for taking your time, man.
For sure, man. Most blessings to everybody.
Up next, a very, very important pillar of the league itself. One of the foundational pieces to PDS basketball. My man, a brother in Christ, with a lot of love. From day one of the guys that helped me build this thing up and has always been there to help me enforce it. He's always advised me and helped me grow, not only as the owner and the president of the league, but just as a man. And I want to bring in Tony Graham. Welcome to the show, Tony.
Hey, man, welcome, man. And I appreciate those kind words.
I had to get you on. I had to have you share some of your just, a couple moments, memories, and what you always thought about the basketball league and what you want to see from it in the future going forward. Any thoughts about it?
Sure. First of all, I want to take the opportunity to thank you for the kind words. PDS Sports has been a foundation for a lot of men in the Atlanta community and the surrounding counties to come out and play basketball for poverty the last 15 years. It's been allowed and afforded opportunity for people to come together and fellowship, bring out their families, and what we want to continue to do is just see that move in a positive direction. I want to say one of my fondest memories was, without being emotional, I was going through a tough time with some medical issues and health issues. And I went to Mr. Ken Peterson, the founder and the owner of the basketball league. And I shared with him directly that I was having, struggle with finances. I was starting to have issues with my liver and having issues with other things personally that was going on. I was in a, really tough time. And I reached out to Ken, and Ken spoke with some of the guys within the league, and these guys actually put together some funding, which helped me to pay some bills, get some food, and just transition during the time that I was in a dark space. And so the fellowship with the guys came together. We've been able to do that for others as well. But I'll never forget that giving from those guys. And it doesn't matter whether you're Christian-based, Muslim-based. In fact, one of the Muslim teams that participated in the league really went out their way because they looked at me as a brother, not of what I was labeled or represented, but just the fact that we were men striving to, do something good and be of service. And those brothers reached back as well as Ken. I'll never forget Brother Shug. Shug was one of my favorites. I didn't have to go ask him. He walked over and put some money in my hand, and I said, man, I appreciate it. He said, you don't owe me nothing. And there's been things like that that shows the quality of not only the league, but the people that play in the league. So I appreciate the opportunity to share. We all try to get better each and every day. I'm proud of Ken. I'm proud of the podcast. I think moving forward, it's also imperative that guys know that, it's important that we represent in a positive way.
Man, thank you so much, man. I definitely remember those memories as well, man. That was a very strong moment. And as you mentioned, some of the other moments we had with the giving, the tournament we helped with the back to school, the giving with the homeless shelter, and you were part of.
Oh man, yeah. Let's not forget about the homeless. Real quick, I want to share about that. And it's something that I'm going to get back with Ken on. There was a tournament that we put together called Hooping for the Homeless down in the city of Atlanta. I was working at the Atlanta Union Mission at that time. And what we were doing was we were providing opportunities for adult league men teams to come together, but also AAU teams. So a mixture of youth and adults coming together all in a positive effort to give back to the homeless. It was beautiful because the gym was located right across the street at Fuqua Hall Boys and Girls Club, across the street from the Atlanta Union Mission. And if you know anything about Atlanta, we know that homelessness is a big problem in Atlanta. So I was able to get with Ken and some other people and say, hey, man, let's just give back. Let's not ask for nothing. Let's give 100% back. It was unbelievable. We were able to provide food. We were able to provide, grooming, provide haircuts. We had competitive competition. We were able to give clothing, not only to men, but to women as well that were walking the streets. But if you never forget the spirit of giving back, and we know God is the ultimate giver, then there comes rewards and blessings. But PDS Sports was definitely the sounding board to help elevate that program, Hooping for the Homeless. And I get asked quite often, when are you going to pick that back up, man? That's a good thing to do. You should have not stopped. But everything has its season.
Yeah.
So it's talking tonight. It's just confirmation for me to commit to Ken, to PBS Sports, and to those that listen to the broadcast, to just put that back together. But most importantly, reiterate, giving back is what it's about. It's not expectations of somebody giving to you. It's you giving to someone else, whether it's your time, your energy, your monies, a listening ear, a ride, whatever the case may be. So again, thank you for allowing me to share on this broadcast.
Definitely.
And everybody listen, please know that PBS Sports, they are truly strong about what they're doing. They do it. They don't just talk it. And Ken has always been that guy, to lead that effort. And so again, I thank you for the time of sharing. And yeah, it almost brings tears to my eyes. We've been through a lot.
Amen, man. Hey, let's definitely get that back together, man. I've been giving a lot of thought to that too. So, like you said, it's confirmation. I agree. Let's do that. Thanks for your time,
Yes,
Tony.
sir.
As always, much love, and like I said, let's definitely get that back together.
Yes, and in close, I just do want to say one thing. Remember, we have to strive to be better, do better, act better, think better, but most importantly, self-care. Be better. Take care, Ken. I appreciate you, man.
All right, now. So it's been a pleasure of mine to bring you the very first episode of PDS Talk, the official podcast of Purpose Driven Sports Basketball League. Continue to follow us, continue to watch the movement, and always like and subscribe to content to share it and support us. Speaking of support, I want to show you a shirt, some of the merch we're working on. You see the video channel right there. So always, like I said, like, subscribe. And we want to say RIP to all our brothers we lost, being that this is the first episode. We want to offer our salute and our condolences to the families. And always at PDS Basketball, we don't just ball, but we ball with purpose. So to keep up with everything, go to www.pdsbball.com. That's www.pdsbball.com for stats, standings, and everything. Now, for videos, all the YouTube action, from mic'd up players, interviews, everything, go to pdsbballtv.com. That's pdsbballtv.com. Everything else on social media, Instagram, Twitter, you want to go to PDSBball. That's at PDSBball. Please like, subscribe, share the content.